Hey, what's going on, guys? TheRuralKings coming at you with another video today. Today's a little more different even because today we're going to be talking about the equipment I was going to say I use, but I suppose it's myself and the other guitar player included. So I'm just going to dive headfirst into some of the stuff we use as far as my guitar goes, capo, pick, etc., and then we'll hear a little bit from the banjo player. By the way, guys, there is going to be a link for everything down in the description below, so if you want to see anything that I advertise in this video, feel free to go check that out. And no, we don't earn anything if you purchase these things on Amazon or any other website that we link them to. We earn nothing, so take that for what it's worth. Okay, first things first, and most importantly, the instrument. Now, the instrument I use, obviously, is a guitar. The brand is Yamaha. And I picked this up at a music store 2 or 3 years back, and just pop the strap off here for a sec. This strap is actually embossed with the name of the store that I bought it from. But like I said earlier, link is in the description where you can get a good guitar strap that is adjustable, all that good stuff. So as far as the guitar itself goes, this is about a $500 piece of equipment. May have gone up and down. The price may have fluctuated a bit. I'm not sure. I haven't really checked. But I have had pretty much nothing has gone wrong with the structure of this guitar. I mean, over time, I've put little teeny dings and little bitty chips and dents in this thing. And there's marks on the pick guard. It's love marks. The bottom of the bridge here is actually completely worn away because I've had my pinky there so much. But regardless, if I could give this guitar 6 stars instead of 5, I would. Really like it just overall for the tone quality, the brilliance, especially if you put a new set of strings on. I just have some Martin mediums on right now, which I will leave a link in the description below too. Also, perhaps my favorite brand of guitar strings, DR Light is actually what I use because the DR medium's out of stock. DR, why did you discontinue medium? Regardless, DR Light are great strings as well, so definitely go check those out. They just have a really excellent tone and they last a super long time. But as far as this guitar goes, the width of the neck and the shape, this is a dreadnought shape of this guitar, but it's just very comfortable, and the aesthetics of this guitar are very nice. There's some abalone here around the sound hole, and then there's that little abalone inlay, or maybe that's mother of pearl. I think that might be mother of pearl inlay for the Yamaha symbol there. But Yamaha is a really widely known brand, and this is just an overall excellent guitar. Now, at some point in my musical career, I probably will upgrade. I'll end up getting a Gibson maybe, or a Martin, perhaps even Goodall, but we will leave that for a future video. Next up, we're going to talk capo. Now, the capo is simply a device that allows you to change keys fairly quickly, and I'm just going to be real honest with you guys. If you'd like to get the best of the best capo, I mean, there are different capos out there, but there's really 2 main brands. One of them is slipping my mind right now, but I will drop a link in the description to that one. That one you basically just put over the top of your guitar and you just screw it down. It tightens up. This one works a little differently. Show you how this one works. There's a little screw on the back of it here, and you just tighten that baby down a little bit. You'll kind of get the feel for it over time, and then it just goes over the top of your guitar neck like this. And if I'm playing out of E and I want to play out of, we're just making stuff up here. You put the capo over the, I'm just going 2nd fret here, just like so, and then the back of the capo, the little wheel here, some of them have a triangle slide and some of them have a wheel. It just pops down like that and clamps on to the back of the guitar so that you can play out of the higher key. See what that looks like, and then you can see here what it looks like on the back of the guitar there. Real simple to put on, and then when you want to take it off, if you want to do a key change in the middle of the song, you could literally just pop it off. Don't throw it on the floor like that. But the brand to this capo is Shub, And again, there's a link in the description below. Alright guys, coming up next, you're going to need a good electronic tuner. Something you can throw on the head of your guitar before a lesson, a gig, whatever it may be. And my tuner of choice is IntelliTouch. Now this is actually a pretty old tuner. I don't know if you can even buy these nowadays. You may have to go to the actual IntelliTouch website. And I actually got this a few years back at the recommendation of Steve Kaufman. He's not my teacher, I just heard that from him on disc. But of course, loving everything Steve Kaufman, I decided to purchase this tuner. This was 40 bucks, and me being a broke kid from a little city in Ohio, didn't have that kind of money to be throwing around. Regardless, I purchased this tuner for myself anyway 3 years ago now, and I have not looked back on this decision. Let me show you what's cool about it. Let me just pop this on here. This is so y'all can see it. The tuner, when you turn it on, it turns on like this, and it'll do its little whatever with the needle, and you can see that the face will pop green when the string is in tune, so it's red here. Maybe it's a little hard to see. You can see my E string. I can't see what it is, but when your E string is in tune, the face of the tuner turns green, and it's solid green. Otherwise, it'll be red, and that little needle, if it's not quite, let's see, if it's not quite all the way up, if the needle, that's the right way, if the needle's not quite all the way up to center, it means you're flat, and if the needle has passed, it means that the note is sharp. And so right in the middle, it'll pop green, and that's when you know that you're in tune. So, like I said, I'm not sure if the manufacturer actually makes this kind anymore. Second to this though, and my brother has one of these, and I really love it as well. It's a super popular brand, is Snark. That's S-N-A-R-K, like shark, but Snark. And the one that I recommend getting is the Super Tight. There are other tuner brands out there, but Snark Super Tight are everywhere, and they just have the little silicone pads, and they grip on super tight. So yeah, if you can't get this, I definitely recommend checking out the Snark Super Tight. Again, link is in the description below. Next things next, you're gonna need a good case. Now, this nice case I have here is one that I purchased the same day actually as I got my guitar. The brand of this case slips my brain right now. As you can see, it's pretty dinged up. It's got some love marks. At one point I did have a Banjo Ben sticker there. We're not gonna talk about what happened there. Regardless, this is a really nice case. It has this soft padding interior with almost, it's this nice black interior. And then you have your accessories box, if you will. And right now I have nothing in here but some spare picks and whatnot. But you can throw strings, a tuner, capo, all your stuff in there. And yeah, I recommend getting hard shell. My brother has a soft shell case. This hard shell case isn't super heavy. I believe it's actually, I think it's some kind of light cedar or perhaps even balsa wood. It's kind of a, if it is balsa, it's a thick wood, but the case itself is not very heavy. But it is wood. Like there's places where this little leather outside is peeling away, and I can see and feel the wood underneath. The reason it's peeling away is because of inconsistency of me being careful with this thing. It's not a fault of the case. My brother does have a nice soft shell case, but like I think I alluded to that a moment ago. But in my opinion, if you're being careless and you drop it, you just don't have as good protection. You're probably not going to hurt the guitar, but you're going to hurt the case. Something to note here though is soft shell cases are a lot lighter than hard shell cases. Soft shell cases you can pick up with your pinky, sling them around all day. This guy is going to be a little heavier. So when you have your guitar in here, it does make this a little heavier and awkward, but I think you definitely are getting better protection. And with a lot of these new hard shell cases, what I find is actually really nice when I played at some events, these latches, once you put your guitar inside, they just snap down like so. So what this guitar looks like inside the case, let's just open it up, carefully throw my Yamaha right in here. You can see it fits real nice and snugly. Very nice case. And then just shut it up and lock it. Now you'll notice that on this latch here, shut that for you. You'll notice on that latch, there's a little bitty keyhole. And that keyhole, there's a lot of those on new cases. And they give you a couple keys that come with the case, and you can just lock that. So that this clamp here, generally, you can just flip that and open it, and whoever does that has access to the inside of the case. But a lot of these new cases, like I said, have a key so that that feature is disabled, so nobody can break into your case if you've got $1 million, you know, sitting in the tuner compartment. Next thing that we're going to talk about, I know you guys are wondering, like, Matthew, we get it, you like all your stuff, but what pick do you use? The correct answer is the 1.0 millimeter Dunlop Ultex pick made in the USA. You just want to grab this dude, throw that right out the window, because we would never use such a ridiculous pick at these lusty high bluegrass speeds. What you are going to use is your manly .73 yellow Tortex Dunlop pick. Now, Dunlop makes a lot of great picks, but this one, I think, this pick you find everywhere. I know a mandolin player that uses this. I know a great guitar player, Steve Kaufman, who uses this pick. You can actually get these on Mr. Kaufman's website. And yeah, I've tried every pick almost to wooden picks. Thick, thin, sharp, fat, short, long, jazz. I mean, you name it. And these picks you can get on Amazon. Again, link is in the description. And these things are dirt cheap. They last forever. And they're run of the middle. I'm kind of a medium hat size, medium shoe size guy on everything. But these picks, just the way they feel and the way you don't have to hold them. There's some picks that are real slick, and you gotta hold them super tight, and it's really annoying because when you're playing at high speeds, they'll slip out of your fingers, or you gotta be pinching them real tight. Even if you have sweaty hands like I do, you don't have to keep a very tight grip on these picks when you're playing, whether you're just strumming, whether you play electric guitar, acoustic, no matter what. These picks are an excellent choice, so I would definitely recommend checking these out. And guys, last things last, something that is probably not touched on very much at all, that is a humidifier. Not a dehumidifier, but a humidifier. All right, in the wintertime especially, you can do it all year round, but especially in the fall and winter when there's no humidity in the air, a lot of you may have seen this underneath pianos and big instruments like that. People will put basically just a sack full of water, and it'll evaporate and go up into the bed of the piano, keep the wood from drying and cracking out. That's basically what this thing is right here. So there's a little cap that pulls off here at the end. Again, link is in the description to this. There's a sponge inside here. You just wet this in the sink, and then you just pop this bad boy into the hole in your guitar. Let me grab my guitar real quick so I can show you how that works. Okay, we're gonna pretend that I just filled this thing up with, you don't have to use any special filtered water, sink water will do fine. Don't leave it sopping wet, but make sure that the sponge is nice and damp on the inside. And again, humidifiers for these instruments vary, but the brand for this one is Grover, and I have not had any issues with this thing, and I found that it works quite well. So how to shove this thing into your guitar, you're basically just going to stick this long sponge end down into the guitar, like so, and then you'll notice that, at least on this one, there's a flat cutaway part up top, and all you're going to do is put that flat part to the base of your fretboard. Give me some room here, dude. Give me some room. And I kind of like to slide it in toward the base of the sound hole, and then once I've gone all the way across, I just kind of ease my grip a little and slide that baby all the way up. And the goal is to cover that so that all of the humidification kind of stays inside the body of your guitar. You really don't want it drying and cracking out. That will seriously affect the wood of your guitar and definitely the sound quality. And then I just kind of leave this hanging up overnight, and really anytime when I'm not playing or practicing, I keep this thing in the fall and winter months. It really helps the interior structure and whatnot of your guitar. Now I'm going to hand it over to the banjo player. Luke, tell us what you got.
Okay, and so we're going to be just starting with the banjo itself. This is a gold tone. It's a really nice banjo. I love it for several reasons, and we'll go through those. This, I particularly like the sound of it, and it's a little heavier because of the ring inside, the big brass ring that gives it that sound. And then it also has this armrest right here, so you're not pinching your arm in between this drum right here and the actual casing that holds it in. And so that's always nice for your arm right there. And it also has a really smooth finish on the back. For these I use D'Addario strings. There's different kinds, but I just prefer them for my playing. And then my capo I use is also a D'Addario. This is just a normal twist up and down for putting it on and off on whatever one. Or if you're up here, you can do it like this. Then the picks I use, these are Pro picks, these two. These are Pro picks, and these are junior size. They're not as big, but I just tighten them to fit my fingers. And this thumb pick that I have, this is Planet Waves thumb pick. So I have another one, but this is my favorite. I prefer using this one. It's a little wider and it's comfortable. And then I also have my case over here. This is my hard case. Just a second. This is my hard case. It's soft on the outside, but hard on the inside. It's kind of a mix of both, and it's a large kind of triangle shape, and it fits really well. You can see that. It fits perfectly well when you put it in there. And so, this case actually didn't come with this banjo. There was another case that came with this, but it was all soft and no hard, so I prefer using my nice heavy-duty one. This also has a big pocket on the inside, where I can keep strings or picks or tuners or anything. It has a strap with it, right here, that you can put around it, and two handles. This is also a shoulder strap you can use, and that's just really handy. I use that. I would say that I use a different kind of music book, but I just use a binder and put old pages in there that my teacher has music on. So those are just the basic things about that. And in case you're wondering why I'm wearing a hat, it's because I don't have any hair, and we're not going to talk about that today. Thanks for watching this video again. Please like and subscribe to our channel, and everything that I've mentioned, including the banjo and the case and stuff, are going to be links in the description below, so don't forget to check that out. And so have a good day. Hats off to you. I hope you didn't see anything. Until next time, God bless.